I'm at my aunt's house currently, walking on the treadmill. I've been walking now for just over 45 minutes. I'm so out of shape, guys. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Well, I don't know if I would say that, but I usually don't get into it with people on Facebook much, except I posted a comment essentially saying there's a lack of discipline and responsibility and accountability when it comes to people's money in regards to this coronavirus pandemic and the potential stimulus package and the new mandates that are coming out requiring landlords to withhold all evictions. And all I said was a lot of people who are facing evictions should take a look in the mirror and their checking account and their credit card bills and see if they're wasting money on $5 cups of coffee, multiple times a week. Their car payment, do they need a nice new car, or can they live off of just a $3,000 car? Are they buying name brand clothing or wearing stuff they got for free like I do? Do they have 7 pairs of shoes? You only really need 3 or 4. The biggest thing, granite countertops and stainless steel appliances. A lot of people are living above their means just because they like being fancy, and maybe they think they deserve it. I don't know. But it's a rude awakening. I've been saying for a long time that I was excited for the crash to happen and an economic downturn like this, because a lot of people will face reality. Unfortunately, I don't know if they will, because they might get bailed out. So I kind of got something I'm really passionate about. I don't like free handouts. Anyone can do anything. It's harder for some, yes, I acknowledge that. But still, anyone can do anything. You can turn your life around, you can turn your finances around. I just think that a lot of people should be more disciplined in how they spend money and less willing to just take a freebie. A lot of people facing tough times right now, it's on them. It's because they did not save. It's because they don't have an emergency fund. You can dip into your 401k or your retirement account. You can get evicted and move back in with your parents for a short time, even if you have kids. You can live in your car. No one wants to do those things, but you can. I'm just saying. But I was getting mad hate. Oh, almost fell. I was getting tons of hate in the comment section saying like, oh, I have privilege, or I don't know what poverty is. Something I don't talk about really, but I did not come from a family of means by any stretch. Single mom ever since I was in high school, really. And about halfway through high school, my parents divorced. Dad was an alcoholic. That's where all his money went. He couldn't drive me anywhere ever. Couldn't drive me to soccer games or anything because he was always drunk. I only got big gifts, every other Christmas. Right now I live at my mom's house. I make like $500 a month from insurance religiously. And you don't see me complaining. I chose the path. But if worse comes to worse, I have $16,000 in investments I can tap into. Financial decisions, financially smart decisions are definitely important. I literally came from nothing. I've built my own path. I'm still carving my own path, starting from ground zero, from scratch, with my insurance company. Modern Health Solutions. Little plug there. I just think people lack accountability. I take the Gary Vee approach. Everything is my fault. Everything. I don't have money right now because I decided to try to start a business. I mean, I don't know what else to say. People have it backwards. People think they're stuck when they aren't. You know, I couldn't afford to renew my apartment lease, so I moved back in with my mom. Life is about decisions. Tough decisions. But you need to have discipline. So I thought it was funny, the judgment and the hate I was getting in the comments on this particular post. All I was saying was I don't think it's fair for landlords right now to be forced to halt evictions just because people can't afford to pay rent. You know? Now maybe if this lasts several months, then yeah, to help people out. But man, a lot of people don't have 1 or 2 months of emergency funds, of rent stashed away. And the people that do, aka in this scenario, the landlords, should not be penalized for that. People should not be penalized for other people's mistakes. People need to stop spending money on dumb shit. It's just after 4 o'clock. I wanted to update you all. Didn't really do too much work today. I sent a Medicaid release of information form to the lady who called me a couple days ago. She needed help assessing a Medicaid spend down and seeing if she wants to stay on Medicaid or wants to try to get off of Medicaid and stick with just a smaller level of Medicaid where she's still paying for some stuff, etc. But in order, of course, no one, again, I complain too much about this, but I guess I should expect less. No one really knows or understands their current coverage or their current setup with any sort of insurance, let alone when you bring in government health. So I'm just asking that she give the release of information that will allow me to call into Medicaid or DHHS myself on behalf of her and then ask all the questions that I need to in order to help her out with her current situation. So I did that after I got home from my aunt's house from walking. And then, I had an unexpected phone call from an old work associate 3.5 years ago now. It's been a long time since I've talked to him or hung out with him. But he just texted me this morning, or he messaged me on Snapchat actually, because I didn't even have his number. But he messaged me on Snapchat and asked, he goes, "Hey man, what's your number? Can I call you later? I promise I won't take up much of your time. I gotta ask you something." I go, "Okay, sure." Mind you, I don't think I found out he doesn't know what I do. So I know he's not just looking for health insurance. So I call him back and we ended up talking for 45 minutes. Long story short, his wife divorced him, cheated on him, went through a mental breakdown herself. He got diagnosed with COPD. He still chain smokes. He recently got a new job. He lost like 50 pounds, but only because he hasn't been eating because of his wife leaving him 4 months ago. So he's just in a really big rough spot. And weirdly enough, he actually called me because he just wanted help on his diet. He goes, "I need to lose some more weight, and I need to make sure I'm losing weight the right way and that I'm still being healthy-ish." And he remembered that when I worked at the company with him, I would come in every morning with a smoothie that I made. It was a fruit smoothie with like yogurt, some protein powder, some kale, spinach, just a fruit and veggie smoothie. And he goes, "Man, if I'm going to be healthy," I lost some of my friends through the divorce because they were more friends with her, and my other friends aren't really here for me right now. He goes, "But I remembered Colin." He goes, "Colin, I remember, always was healthy, always was, kind of just had a good mindset about him." And it was really flattering. He goes, and so I was like, I thought I would reach out to you. And he picked my brain on how to be healthy, things to eat, different habits to take up. He's got himself a standing desk, which I'm a big fan of. He, it turns out he actually does need health insurance because he's losing it for a couple months, and his new job doesn't have benefits. So I don't know. I didn't know the exact story, but he actually does need health insurance. But with his recent diagnosis of COPD, he goes, man, I only have 26 puffs left. That's 13 days. Afterwards, I don't know what I'm going to do because these inhalers are super expensive. So I gave him my link that is down below in the description, actually, too. I gave him the link to the Clever RX app to try to save some money on it that way. It's not going to be a lot, probably, because all those inhalers for COPD and emphysema and stuff are very expensive. But yeah, I talked to him for 45 minutes and just kind of give him some life advice, which was really weird and humbling. More weird than anything, because he's 10 years older than me, and I don't feel like I have things figured out. But gave him some tips what I'm doing for workouts now that I'm starting to work out again, now that I can a little bit more with my elbow. Well, I have to for my elbow, but I'm working out the rest of my body again, finally, after about 1.5 years of not doing so. I told him what I eat. I told him to drink a lot of water. Told him to kick the soda habit too. I don't know. It was a very strange and unexpected conversation, but I loved it. It was really good. It was very raw and just super authentic. It was just me helping someone, and it was fun to share what has helped me in the hard times and what has helped give me energy and what has helped me bounce back from maybe bad mindsets or being stuck in a rut or continually doing bad habits. I mentioned David Goggins to him. I'll put up the little GIF right here. And I just hope I was able to help him in some way. But again, it was very weird to be giving kind of life advice or crisis advice to someone. Like I said, that was very unexpected, so that made my day take a left turn. It took up almost an hour. Then after that, I worked out, and now it's like 4:15 about now, and I am going to shower, and then what do I have to do? I have to do a couple emails, I know. I don't know. I'll update you guys in a sec. Sorry, there's not much exciting work content in today's episode, but I did do a couple rants. I guess you can call them rants. And I just kind of was raw with you guys. I was real. We talked about some true life situations. Got into politics, I guess, technically a little bit. But some days are slow for work, especially obviously now with the quarantine, the COVID crisis, the coronavirus quarantine. Just a lot of phone calls. I just got off the phone. Well, the lady sent me the form that I needed to get from her, but I was calling Medicaid, and I was on hold, but then I realized she messed up the form. The form said she gave me authorization to learn about her case up until 3/31/2002. It's 18 years ago, bud. So I hung up on Medicaid, called her real quick. She fixed it, but she got it sent back to me at 5 o'clock on the nose, which is right when they close. So we're going to have to follow up on that case on Monday. Then I had called and left a voicemail for a client earlier today because she lives in North Platte, and her med sup just raised to 170. Yeah, 170 a month, but I can actually get her at 130. I feel pretty confident, at least I can get her down to 130. Again, that's her Medicare Supplement, Plan G. And so I want to try to do that, but she is sick and she doesn't want to mess with insurance right now, which I get. And so she goes, just give me a call back next week and we can talk about it a little bit more, talk about the process. She's a person that hates switching insurance. She told me again today, she reminded me, but I told her it's a really simple process, especially right now where everything's an e-application because we can't go see anybody. And it's worth it because you might as well at least try to switch and save money. Because with Medicare Supplements, they're all regulated, and I'm trying to get her the same exact coverage for $30 a month cheaper. Wait, $40. 7 minus 3 is 40. For $40 a month cheaper. I suck at math. That equates to a couple $100 every year in savings. So it's a no-brainer to at least try. Because if you try to switch med subs, your current company can't raise the rates. Your current company can't drop you. And there's pretty much a no risk things, right? Sorry, that light's right in my eye. It's pretty much no risk trying to switch your Medicare Supplements. So hopefully I shouldn't have to talk her into trying to switch next week, but unfortunately that's going to be what it is. I know, with her personality. But hopefully I can get a sale off of that and help her save a lot of money. Right now though, it is 5:30. I don't know why I did that. It's 5:30 and I'm going to just wrap up a couple of emails and just kind of bum around, probably eat. I need to eat after working out. Shoot, I'm drinking my protein shake, but I need to eat as well. Oh no, that leaked, dang it. I'm going to eat and finish up checking on some emails before 6:30, so I have about an hour. Because then at 6:30, people are coming over to my mom's house and we're learning how to play poker because a lot of us don't know how to play poker, including myself. Don't worry, it's under 10 people. I know the quarantine nonsense, yada, yada, yada. But it's my aunt, my girlfriend, and a friend of mine is coming over. And then my mom and my sister and myself. So it'll be just a few people hanging out and playing poker and or Texas Hold'em tonight. I'll try to get some cool shots and get some good B-roll going on. That's my motion for B-roll. I don't know how to do B-roll, but I'm going to try to be better at editing videos and making them look cooler and having epic audio for all of you guys and some cool snapshots. But that's going to be probably about a wrap for today, and I will show you guys some cool clips of me hanging out with friends and family this evening, and then I'll talk to you all on Monday.
It's weird. I feel like it's really bad, like really bad for some people.
There we go. There's so many.